Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to this discussion regarding traditional medicine and herbal medicine. This is to clear the air on some thoughts that have been going on for a very long while here regarding traditional medicine and herbal medicine. A lot of practitioners who are into herbal medicine or botanical medicine as it is called, or phytomedicine, believe they are practicing traditional medicine. Unfortunately, it is just a belief that they have. It is a thought. It is really not traditional medicines they are practicing. This talk comes from a presentation made by Professor Muhammad Ibrahim Jawa at a conference that just ended in Zaria. There was this international herbal medicine conference that was held in Zaria, and a lot of participants and presenters were looking at themselves as trying to synergize herbal medicine being a part of being traditional medicine in itself, not a part of. Yes, herbal medicine is one part of traditional medicine, but is not traditional medicine in itself. Depending also on how you practice your herbal medicine, that would make it a part of traditional medicine or not. Herbal medicine itself is really not, like I said, it's not a part of it, it's not synonymous to it. It is just one component in traditional medicine if practiced with the understanding and principles of traditional medicine. So, according to the World Health Organization, herbal medicine is defined as the use of plants, plant extracts, and plant-derived substances for therapeutic purposes. It is also known, like I said, as botanical medicine or phytomedicine. And herbal medicine has been around for centuries upon centuries and centuries. The use of herbs itself, based on understandings of those people who use them, and for something that has been used in the BC era, before this technology we have of today that will give you vitamins and other chemicals in the plant, were gotten. People were using these plants and they were healing with it. So how did they do it? What was the underlying factor? How did they get to know what plant to use and what not to use? What part of the plant to use and what part not to use? What part was safe to use and what was not? So, which is what we're supposed to really be looking at. So, we've heard what the World Health has to say about herbal medicine. Now, what about traditional medicines? Traditional medicine, according to the World Health Organization as defined, is traditional medicine is defined as the sum total of the knowledge, skills, practices, the skills they have and the practices. So it's the total knowledge, skills, and practices based on the theories, beliefs, and experiences indigenous to different cultures, whether explicable or not. Explicable here is a key word, or not, used in the maintenance of health as well as in the prevention, diagnosis, improvement, or treatment of physical and mental illness. So you see, traditional medicine goes beyond your getting herbs and looking for what has a certain chemical or the other in it to use for your treatment. Traditional medicine is a sum of a total, it's a knowledge packed medical science, just like the current or what you'd call the allopathic medicine. It's packed, they use various things to treat and co, so you cannot separate one and say that is what modern medicine is all about. No. So traditional medicine is all this. Now, in our own context here in Africa, in Nigeria or in Africa, because it breaks down to the African, they see us as one body. It is us who see ourselves as different entities, but we are Africans and we have that root. The Center for Civilization, the Center for Knowledge, the first universities in the world were Africa, Morocco, precisely. So, African traditional medicine is defined by the World Health Organization as the sum of total sum now, total, just like with traditional medicine, it's just that now Africa comes in. This traditional medicine, broad definition, is what happens with traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, the Inca medicine, other indigenous medicines you find around the world. That's the definition. For us, yes, it is the total sum of knowledge, skills, and practices based on theory, belief, and experiences indigenous to African culture, whether explicable or not, used in the maintenance of health, as well as in the prevention, diagnosis, improvement, or treatment of physical and mental illnesses. So, indeed, traditional medicine that is indigenous to us plays a significant role in our healthcare system, in every village you go to, every community you go to. They have a healer, they have a bone setter, they have somebody who treats people with mental illnesses, they have people who treat other ailments. It might surprise you to know that the cesarean section operation that is carried out today to deliver women from birth is an offshoot, is something that was practiced by traditional medicine practitioners in South Africa. It's just that they were doing it in a different way, and now somebody has taken it and made it look like his own and tidied it up and presented it back, because we don't go into our history to find out what we really have and what is ours that was borrowed and brought back, or taken and brought back in a different package. So, until today, a lot of people are into herbal medication based on those beliefs. Now, the difference comes in how do they verify this? We're not looking for active components, we're looking for temperaments, the temperament of the plant. So you could use one plant to treat a lot of different ailments. You could go into your garden and your pharmacy is there. You don't need to carry drugs and things around. Anywhere you go to, you just look at the indigenous plants. Once you know their temperaments, you understand the temperament of the ailment, the temperament of the body, you've got your cure, inshallah, you're good to go. So, now, how does it affect us here? Why do we need people to learn? Why do we need to put it right? Well, the World Health Organization, as the chief advisory body to the UN on health matters, has conducted extensive studies and established that African traditional medicine is rooted in the same concepts, theories, and practices originating from the African beliefs and culture. However, the application of traditional medicine may vary from region to region due to various factors, certain belief factors, certain plants that are not there, cultural differences, so to speak. Recognizing the importance of promoting African traditional medicine, the World Health Organization established the Traditional African Medicine Unit in the World Health Organization sub-region, the Afro sub-regional office, to assist countries in developing and endorsing the use of traditional medicine practice. So it is online as traditional medicine, not herbal medicine, not botanical medicine, not phytomedicine, traditional medicine. So we need to work on ours and look at how to develop it and take it many steps further. It is good to note that in 2002, African heads of government collectively agreed to develop and promote the use of African traditional medicine, designating the 31st of August every year as African Traditional Medicine Day. And since then, it's been observed here in Nigeria and various countries in Africa. In Nigeria here, the government took significant steps towards advancement of African traditional medicine in 2006. In 2006, the Presidential Initiative Committee was established to guide the development of traditional medicine here in Nigeria. That was under the Obasanjo regime, I believe. So, collaborative efforts were put in between the Federal Ministry of Health, State Ministry of Health, stakeholders, traditional medicine practitioners, and this led to formulation of the traditional medicine policy for Nigeria in 2007. It has been revised and reviewed in 2023. A strategic plan for the policy's implementation has also been developed. Recognizing traditional medicine as a skill-based profession. You remember in the definition, I told you, total sum of knowledge, skills, practices. As a skill-based profession, it is now acknowledged under the National Skills Qualification Framework. So, the Federal Ministry of Education, through the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, and the Federal Ministry of Health, through the Department of Traditional, Alternative, and Complementary Medicine, in collaboration with other stakeholders and traditional medicine practitioners, have developed training and assessment documents for the certification of traditional medicine practitioners. Here in Nigeria, we have developed level 1 to 6, and some training centers have already been approved for training and assessment by accreditation bodies. We, Alhamdulillah, are one of those training centers that have been recognized by the National Board for Technical Education as a training center for traditional medical science under the National Skills Qualification Framework here at Shifa Holistic Healthcare. We are so qualified and so accredited. And we were also part of developing those assessments, those documents from zero draft up. Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing, and we are indeed grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for having put us in that position. Notably, the approval of traditional medicine cadre in the civil service of Nigeria includes the highest entry qualification of National Diploma, HND, and plans are on the way to engage with the National Universities Commission for the introduction of postgraduate training in the universities for traditional medical science. So now we've gotten to a point whereby traditional medical personnel can be graded and assessed to the point of having an HND or HND certificate, a certificate that is weighted and employable in federal civil service. And we believe a certificate that is weighted to guarantee those who get it before reaching the age of exemption can do their NYSC as traditional medicine or traditional medical practitioners here in Nigeria. So this has gone really far, and this is why the need to discuss and bring to fore the fact that traditional medicine is very different, very, very different from herbal medicine. Herbal medicine, practiced based on the temperamental theory, is a component of traditional medicine because we use herbs to treat people, various parts of the tree. We use from the roots to the flowers, to the seeds, to the bark, to the leaves. So there's a need to know and look into that. Given the relevance of this international conference that was held in Zaria, it is important for all stakeholders in traditional medicine and botanical or phytomedicine or herbal medicine as they call it, to sit together and look at it from a holistic point of view, to understand the science. There is a science in it. And of course, when you don't understand it, you would always try to fight it. If we have open minds and we're open to grow, we would be able to develop our own medicines. If you remember during the COVID time, the whole world predicted we'll be falling down like dead flies. But Alhamdulillah, our traditional medicine practitioners got to work. They spread the formulas from use of clove to use of plants like tazargade and other plants that were used here, from steaming with certain plants to use of certain ointments. We didn't fall down like flies to die. In fact, we went through it practically unscathed. So we have that cure. From Madagascar, they brought in a cure. Politics of COVID was trying to push it left, right, and center. Madagascar, I believe, was even blackmailed by the powers that be because they brought out something that would fight Big Pharma. But in essence, like I said, this is just going over some presentation made by Professor Muhammad Ibrahim Jawa of Midge College of Traditional Medicine and Acupuncture. And to bring to fore that there is a difference between just herbal medicine and traditional medicine. There is a difference between using plant-based substances or plants or other parts of plants or plant extracts in herbal medicine and in traditional medicine. When you understand this, then we've got the foundation to move forward. Inshallah, we'll be discussing this more on our various channels, and if you want to learn more, we will be starting our classes on traditional African medicine for level 1 and 2 of the NSQ program as a first level, and we will move on to the other levels where we would go to level 3, 4, 5, and 6. with 6 being HND, 5 being OND, and the rest. It will be good to look up the operational manual for the NSQ program. I believe you can download that from the MBTE website. But inshallah, we intend to start our classes very soon. We'll be advertising them on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and other places where we can get a word in to advertise. You can also search for us on our website. You can see all the things at shifaholistic.com. Inshallah, you'll find us and you'll get to know more. We also will be starting a program on hijama cupping therapy. It's also part of traditional medicine treatments. So we look forward to being with you again. Inshallah, we would be expecting questions. Plenty of questions. If you have questions, please, you can send a direct message. You could email us. You could call us. Our numbers are on all our social media platforms, and our links, various links are there. But please remember to share, follow, like, subscribe, and inshallah, we will all grow together. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.